Blood trails. The mysterious death of young students at a U.S. university. In the silence of the early morning on November 13, 2022, a horrifying scenario unfolded at the Public State University of Idaho, located in the United States. 4 students fell victim to a brutal murder while still in their beds, stabbed and left to bleed to death. This tragedy took place in the university residence shared by the young individuals, focusing on rooms on the 2nd and 3rd floors, while inexplicably sparing the residents of the 1st floor. Unaware of the events, they would only discover the horrific reality hours later when they woke up peacefully while the murders were taking place. The call to local authorities came around noon, reporting an unconscious individual at the crime scene. However, what the officers found surpassed the bounds of imagination, a true, blood-soaked nightmare. An anonymous source, in an interview with Daily Mail, described the location as the worst crime scene ever witnessed by veteran investigators with decades of experience. The 4 young Americans who lost their lives in this massacre were identified as Madison Mogen, Kaylee Goncalves, Zana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin, all aged between 20 and 21. Their violent deaths profoundly shook the student community of the institution. Surprisingly, the prime suspect in the homicides, Bryan Kohberger, was apprehended on the same day a memorial ceremony honoring the victims took place, on December 30, 2022. Bryan, a 28-year-old with a background in psychology and criminal justice, currently pursuing a PhD in criminology, faces 4 counts of murder and 1 of home invasion stemming from the stabbings. Prosecutors in Idaho have requested that his trial commence in the summer of 2024, coinciding with the months of June to August in the United States. Investigations revealed that Bryan had been near the university residence where the murders occurred on 12 occasions prior to the fateful morning of November 13th, as indicated by the tracking of his cell phone on different dates. It is crucial to note that none of the victims knew the suspect, as reported by People magazine. Shannon Gray, the attorney representing the family of one of the victims, emphasized that the students didn't even know they were in danger.
In addition to the cell phone tracking, another key piece of evidence against Bryan is the knife used in the murders, found at the crime scene. This weapon allowed for DNA analysis, which matched traces collected by investigators from the suspect's residence garbage. At the time of his arrest, Bryan was with his family in Pennsylvania, and a police officer witnessed his peculiar reaction, stating that he accepted the situation immediately, without any questioning. The suspect was extradited back to Idaho, and an officer accompanying him during this process noted his apparent nervousness and constant repetition of the phrase, "I'm okay, it's all right."